I've been like constantly crashing out at how bad the game is right now. This isn't like PoE 2 hype. There's no relation to PoE 2. It's really bad. I remember complaining about like champions last league as well. And I swear playing at this league, it's only gotten worse. Bro, the new mob types are so bad. It's like they took all of my complaints from Aberoth, and then they were like, oh, Aberoth's like such a good fight. And then like they turned every champion into like, oh, let's just give him like a million projectiles all the time that do like 1 billion damage. And the only way to like really deal with it is to just kill it fast enough. You start fighting champions in like Act 2. Act 2 is like when you first start seeing champions. And those also one-shot you. I'm kind of done trying to like defend like the game and like putting on the baby gloves for it. Because realistically, if you're on like 1.3 and you have like fundamental problems like this, and this is like how you're designing the enemies, because the reason I bring this up is like the new mobs have like the druids that like in one projectile from off screen shoot 7 projectiles per attack that can all shotgun you. They all come in groups and they can start their attacks off screen. You have the Scyther mobs that will like immediately zoom onto you like Flicker Strike and then do all of their damage simultaneously. You have like the big fly monsters who their attacks do not look like an attack. Like, here, let me like paint you a picture of like why this is up. I don't like, you've probably seen the mob that I'm talking about, but it's literally like, let's say you have like this is the model of the fly, all right? You have like, and he's a little wasp looking guy, so it's like he's got like the black beady eyes, like wasp. He's got like his little thing, like teeth, hornet, like, so this is the guy, right? Let's say this is his entire model. He starts like very slowly gliding through the air, and like you'll see like a smog that's about like this big, but the attack range is like it's bigger. It's like this big. It's like twice the range of like what you can see on the screen. You can't even see the attack. It doesn't even look like an attack, and it just immediately deletes your entire health bar. And the dinosaur, oh my god, the dinosaurs, bro. The dinosaurs would be fine. Honestly, the dinosaurs are like, the attacks would be okay, except like they just completely travel through terrain to penetrate your ass. It's like I started playing this game and I finish what I start, which is the whole reason I'm still playing this. But if I was playing this on my own, dude, I would stop playing it. I don't think Last Epoch is currently a good video game. It's specifically for hardcore, not softcore. Softcore, like, you have like your sandbox toys to go do whatever with. If you want to like push corruption to like 1,000 whatever for some reason because you have nothing else to do, then you have to go for it. But like LE hardcore right now is like a bad video game. My second character died to a possessed Trex champion. Like, oh my god! And champions can be possessed! I crashed out so hard for champions for a while, I just forgot they could also be possessed. I'm sorry, like, they have double the projectiles. Yeah. Yeah, like, Rift Bees can be possessed. Like, okay, tell me, you are, like, more in tune with, like, the Last Epoch devs and, like, their mindset, right? What is their stance on, like, possession and champions? Because, like, I've like seen so many of them because there are like multiple in every single goddamn map, and they are without fail, even like on a non-tank modded rare monster, a possession means it is tankier than like a boss of that map that is like 10 corruption higher, and it does like 30 times more damage. But Get Good isn't like a solution. Get Good is a solution where you have like polished movements and you have like player input to counteract what you're doing with the mobs. That isn't what Last Epoch is designed to do. I'm not even comparing it to something like the Souls games or Sekiro or anything. What I am saying is, when I'm looking at the movement of Last Epoch, there is no reason, there is like no reason I should be thinking, like, this movement feels It is 15 years older than a game that is currently 15 years old, which is PoE. Not 2. I'm talking like PoE 1. Like, there is just no justifying, like, how enemies move, how your minions move, how, like, your character and, like, the enemies collide / don't collide sometimes with the map environments. Like, with all of those things happening, get good is not an answer, because, like, when you dodge or when you evade, you don't know where you're fucking going. You have no idea where you're fucking going. Your character doesn't know where she's fucking going. She's just like, woo! But, like, the problem is, like, the issues I have, they're all, like, kind of interconnected, right? You can have bad defenses if, like, there's more mechanical challenge and, like, there's more player input to you, like, actually dodging and evading attacks. Like, there's two things that, like, for me, make this genre of game, like, kind of enjoyable. It can be, like, either or. One is, like, the power fantasy aspect of it. Like, you get to zoom through the map, everything around you dies, you are, like, farming 1 billion experience a second. But, like, that's one way to do it. I'm not even, like, that's not even the gameplay that I personally want. Because, like, the other aspect of it is, like, having, like, a compelling and challenging endgame to work towards. And I don't think that currently exists. Like, I could see it if, like, Uber Abaroth was, like, a better fight. I should have, like, in the video, I should have added, like, some comparisons on, like, what does make a good boss fight. Because, like, I hate comparing, like, LE to PoE specifically, because, like, the attempts that EHE makes to improve games in ways that are, like, unique to them and, like, not, like, taking ideas from PoE, those are, like, some of the most brilliant things I've ever seen in the genre. Like, Harbingers, this right here, the model system, the Harbingers as a mechanic, far and away the best mechanic to have been added to an ARPG while I've been playing it. The monolith system is, like, genius. Like, this is incredible. But, like, it's their fundamental that's, like, really bad. Like, I hate the new monsters. Aside from, okay, you know what? No. The Rift Beast is amazing. The new bosses are amazing. In Snake Bitch, Apropos, or whatever, she's an amazing fight. Freaking the Observer, an amazing fight. The Rift Beasts themselves, really good fights. There's no fixing all the old campaign as well, is getting ignored because the effort isn't worth it. That's like, but that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, this isn't fixing the old shit. This is stuff they added this patch. These are all things that I'm talking about they added less than a week ago. And the other things I'm complaining about is from the patch right before this. Like, possessed champions and champions are all, like, things from the very last patch. It's the most recent patch prior to this one. Like, Harbingers was an improvement. I think Harbingers, like, overall, the entire 1.1 patch is the best patch they've had. They do one thing, stop you from being fast in the early game. They don't even really do that. They just make, like, the early game more dangerous with, like, no reward. The other thing is, there's no, like, skill test to, like, get around champions. You have to sit there and kill this insanely tanky mob. Because there's no, like, aggro leash range. Like, you cannot de-aggro any mob in the game. So, like, if you get a portal champion or a mirage champion, it'll just, like, TP onto you and explode. I like killing monsters in my video game. But champions are, like, a hazard for the sake of adding an hazard. Like, Act 10 was a pretty good addition, but, like, the mob types in Act 10 were also f***ing bad. It's a numbers thing for sure, but, like, when you, like, add up too many number things, like, the game just starts feeling awful to play. But no, dying in Empowered is, like, completely understandable, because, like, you said you had to, like, possess champions, because, yeah, it just kills you. And there isn't really any counterplay. You can, like, farm in, like, low-level corruptions, and, like, it'll be a little better. That's still being forced to, like, grind. Last Epoch, right up until you get to the end of base monoliths, is nearly a perfect ARPG. And then the instant you get to the empowered mods, there's, like, that period where you are now a turd. You do 0 fucking damage to anything that's possessed, a champion, bosses. I guess like what I want to ask you with this is, I was mentioning earlier that was like the new Reflect build is like the best last Epoch builds, and like you were like, oh, that's boring. But like, is combat fun for you in LE? Like, is this legitimately more fun than like running through like giga fast and like blasting everything? I want to say more engaging, but like the boss encounters are bad. Like that's my problem. Like, we are agreeing. Like, yeah, I don't want to like have to like, I don't want to one-shot bosses, but like most bosses are not good in LE. I agree. I would agree with you more if like boss design was good. But like the only solution to the final phase of Aberoth isn't to tank it, because you can't tank it. You can't dodge it because like there are legitimately here. I'll like bring up paint again. And 5 mutations, add some rippy ones. Yeah, okay, I'm glad you say that, because like they can have very rippy mods. But the thing with beast encounters is like it's one of the only good encounters they've added. Because every single attack is dangerous, but they're distinct, they're dodgeable, they're reactable, but they're dangerous. The danger is still there. The boss can still charge you, but like the leap is just long enough that like every single character can evade them with not running, but you do have to physically evade them with an evasion. Nemster are also fine. Some attacks are fine, sometimes like they're pretty bad. You know, the fire like line stab attack? That attack could be fine, except like the problem with that I have with that attack is the reticle spawns, and then like as you're running, it keeps moving with you, but as soon as a reticle spawns, this is where the attack should happen, because that's where the lock-on happened. But the game never does this. It like, even when you're playing against, like, there's so many bosses that do this, including the Nemesis, where, here, let's go, let's say, like, this is your guy, and you're, like, running in this direction. You have, like, the beam that follows you, the reticle stops right here. This is where the attack animation starts, but then the attack animation goes here, and hits you anyway. It's not even clunk, they coded it shit. I mean, like, coding it shit is what I'm calling clunk. You can call it jank if you want, but like, we're talking about the same thing. Your window of like when you can be offensive has now shrunk. If you push to higher corruptions and like your defenses are shot because like it's defenses in last Epoch, that means like you have to evade these. Like, this is no longer a choice where like, oh, I can maybe tank this and keep attacking. You have to evade these. Which means like, you as a player are like constantly on the defense, so the fights just get grindier and grindier. It's like unpleasant. The reason I bring up Aberoth is like, you get shit like this. In the final phase of Aberoth, for example, let's say this is the whole arena from top down, right? And then like it shrinks. It shrinks and shrinks and shrinks and shrinks. Now let's add the Aberoth Slam. If Aberoth starts like literally not on the edge of the screen, starts here, this much area, it's like an overlapping circle. You have like this, and you're like, oh, okay, you can dodge it like sitting right here, right? Like, yeah, you can, except he has simultaneous attacks coming along as well. You have like the balls that are shooting in, that are flying into like this direction. Like, these are like 3 balls coming here, and this side means there's also two balls that are coming here that are like going this way. And like, these are going to overlap and intersect. You cannot dodge here anymore. And then I'm not even done, because like you also have like the little focus thing here that is like shooting like 90 different lasers, and like there's like 4 in this direction. This is no longer like a fight that can involve like mechanical prowess. It is like a coin flip on whether or not you're actually allowed to win the fight. Aberoth is a terrible boss fight. This is true for base Aberoth as well. The only difference in base Aberoth is that you can one-shot it, so you ignore it. Which is the only answer you have as a player, is to just ignore the mechanics. And it's like kind of true for Uber Aberoth as well. So like, yeah, standing there and rebuking sucks, but like, what are you expecting people playing hardcore to do? you get one shot in this area. You take like a billion DOT in this area. Like, this is your area of dodging, but like you take like thousands of damage while you're just standing here too. If one of these balls hit you, then you die. If one of these balls don't hit you, but if the laser decides to shoot in this direction, you still die. Like, there's no like player agency during this fight for the final phase. This cannot be a drawn out fight where you get to like have fun with the mechanics. Like, you either do enough damage to immediately bring him down to 15% and cull him, or you have to portal out and like just try again. Hopefully next time you cull him at 15%. So no, I'm right there with you, bro. I want to like this game. As negative as I'm being, I genuinely want to like this game. The game doesn't want me to like the game. Do you know what the best boss fight is in Last Epoch for me? There is an answer. Like, there is a real answer where like I genuinely think like this is the best boss fight in the game. The answer is Julra. Julra is the single best boss fight Last Epoch has ever had. Every single attack is clearly mapped, has an insane hazard, is distinct so you know what it is. You still have like interactions. You have like unique mechanics to the boss where you have to like go back and forth in time, or you get one shot. There's like things you need to do in one line to like interact with the other line. Julra, if she was like balanced around it and like they added more mechanics, is like a more fitting Uber fight than Aberoth is. Julra seems like a fight where like every single attack, because this is what I mean, and this is why it's so annoying. The current enemies and mobs and bosses are designed in the way that they are. Because Julra was like designed very deliberately and very intentionally with all of her attacks. Like, you could tell whoever was like making Julra was actively playing the game, like across all hours, because it works so goddamn well. Julra was like one of the only fights where like I'm happy fighting the boss, because it feels like I'm fighting a real boss. Maybe I'll stop ranting, get off my ass, and like go do things.